Okay, so today we're going to talk about composite volume. And this is a shape created with two or more basic shapes, okay? So to do this, you want to divide the figure into smaller sections, determine the length and size of the smaller sections, and then you're going to find the volume of each part. The last step is to add all the volume together for each part and to find the volume for the total shape. So look in here. There's like, okay, so you could, I think the easiest way to cut it is here, okay? But like with these, you can't end up going down kind of like a rabbit hole. It's like you could make a rectangular prism here and then another one here, okay? But see, that's making more work for yourself. So I'm just going to try to put the mark where I just need to find the shape of two rectangular prisms, all right? So starting here, looking at this shape, okay, so I can see this is 2, okay? Like, and the length is 4, the width is 2, and the height is 2. So this is going to be a 4, using the formula for volume, which is length times width times height. I'm doing 4 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 4 is 16, okay? So now I'm looking at this shape here, so you can see this is 2. This is 5, and this is 2, okay? So over here, I'm going to do the volume equals 5 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, and so that's 20. So when you combine these together, so you just want to do 20 plus 16, and then that is going to be 36. And then always the units are going to be cubed, okay? So this is going to be 36 inches cubed, okay? So we find the volume of each part, and then we just added it together, all right? So let's look at these down here. So, let's see. I to make a shape here, okay? So now I have like this rectangular prism here, and then I have this one here. Okay, so I can see here this is 3, this is 2, and this is 2. All right, so this is, first I'm using the formula V equals length times width times height. All right, so I'm going to do 3 times 2 times 2, and then 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12. Okay, so the volume for this one is 12. Looking at the next one, so I can see right here. So this is 2, right? Like all the way across would be 6, right? But it doesn't go all the way across. It stops here, right? And I know that this is 2, right? So this is 2, okay? So that means this is 4, right? So that's kind of the hardest part, is just finding out those missing parts. So we say this is a 4, this is 5, and then this distance, like how far, the depth of it, the height, how far it goes back. This is the same as this one, so it's 3. So it's going to be 5 times 4 times 3. Okay, so 5 times 4 is 20. And I know 2 times 3 is 6, so 20 times 3 is 60. So the last step is for us to add these together. So we're going to do 60 plus 12, and we get 72 centimeters cubed. Okay, so this one is interesting because it kind of looks like a staircase. So I'm just going to block off each, kind of step, if you will. All right, so starting from the top. Yeah. So I know that this is 2, right? And it goes back 4, okay? And then this is 4. And I also noticed too, like this is 4, and this is 2 more than that, okay? And this is 4, right? And this is 4 more than that, okay? Like going all the way across, this is 8, all right? I'm just kind of, checking everything out here, all right? So for the first one, it's going to be 4 times 2 times 4. Okay. All right. So let's say this is the length, this is the width, this is the height. All right. So this is for, I'm gonna say this is for, I don't know, block 1. Okay. So then for block 2, this is going to be, this is 2. So I know this is 2. Okay. It's still going to go back 4. Like that's the depth of it, 4. Okay. So these are going to remain the same, right? The only thing that is changing is the length, how long it is, right? Because it's a step. So because this is 4 and this is 2, okay? This is 4, this is 2. I know this is going to be 6, okay? So for the second one, I'm doing that. And for the third one, same energy, right? So this one's going all the way across, okay? So I know this is 8. I know that this is still 2, right? This is 2. And then the depth, how far back it goes, is still 4, okay? All right, so I know 4 times 2 is 8, and 8 times 4 is 32. 6 times 2 is 12, and 12 times 4 is 48. 8 times 2 is 16, and 16 times 4 is 64, okay? So I'm going to add these together. So 2 plus 8 is 10, carry 1. 3 plus 5 is 7. Add that 1 is 80, and then I'm going to add 64 to that as well. So this is 4. 8 plus 6 is going to be 14. So that means that the volume of this shape is going to be 144 feet cubed. Okay, so again, you can divide this in different ways. So you can divide it this way, right? Or you could divide it this way, right here, okay? Either way will give you 2 rectangular prisms, all right? So you just have to figure out which way is easiest for you. So for me, for this one, I'm going to divide this one here and this here, okay? So that gives me 1, 2, 3 shapes, okay? I could have also cut it here and then here, okay? But it just kind of looks better the other way for me. It looks like some more things are just laid out, okay? Alright, so looking at this one, I can already see some dimensions, alright? So I can see that this is 2.5, kind of like this is the face of it, right? Okay. These look identical, by the way, because this is 4 here and this is 4. This is 2 here, so this is 2. And this is 2.5, okay? So that means this is 2.5, all right? So this is going to be 4 times 2.5 times 2, okay? So if we do 2.5 times 2, that's 5. If I times that by 4, then I get 20, okay? So this is 20. All right, and then remember I said these dimensions are the same, so this is also 20. All right, so looking at this top one here, I can see going across here, this is 12. Here, the whole thing is 5, right? This part down here was 2.5. So if I do 5 minus 2.5, okay, then that is going to be 2.5, right? So I know this is 2.5, and that's 2, and that's 12, right? So to do this one, I'm going to do 12 times 2 times 2.5. We've already established that 2 times 2.5 is 5. So when I times 12 by 5, I get 60. All right, so you already did a lot of work, but the last step is to add it together. So we're going to do 60 plus 20 plus 20, okay? So I know 60 plus 20 is 80, and 80 plus 20 is 100. So the answer is going to be 100 meters cubed. All right, so I'm going to cut this one here. Okay. Because I can already see here that the dimensions are laid out really nicely. So this is, if I think about this, like the face right here, this is like the length, the width, and then it goes back 3. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to do 7 times 2 times 3. For the other one, I can see that that length is 4. Okay, this is 4. All right, this is 3, and I can see because it's connected to this shape, this shape, this shape, this shape, this shape. That's going to only go back 2. Okay, so for this one, I'm doing 4 times 2 times 3. Okay, so here, if I do 4 times 2, I get 14. And I'm going to multiply that by 3. And then here, I get 4 times 2 is 8. And 8 times 3 is 24. So when I do 14 times 3, I get 4 times 3 is 2. Add the 1. 1 times 2 is 3. When you add 1 to that, you get 42. So I'm going to add 42 and 24 together, and I get 68, okay? Feet cubed, all right? So looking at this last one, I'm going to cut it here, okay? So this is 2, right? This is 2, so this is 2, so this is 2, okay? I know that this going all the way down is 5, okay? And so this right here going across here is 10. All right, so I know for the top part, I'm going to do 5 times 10 times 2, okay? So for the bottom part, notice that that whole thing going back was 5, okay? So then this part here, and this was 2, so this is 3, okay? So now I'm doing 2 times 10 times 3, okay? So I know 5 times 10 is 50. And if I have 50 cents, if I have 2 sets of 50 cents, then that's 100. For this one, if I do 2 times 10, I get 20. And 20 times 3 is 60. So if I add 160 together, that's of course like 160 centimeters cubed, okay? So remember, like, you just have to just go through, find the different parts, and find the volume of each part. Make sure you take your time and then go back and double check, because sometimes it can be confusing to find those missing parts because the numbers do run together. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me. Bye.